Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We are changing up the reviews today. We're going to have a little bit of a head-to-head with driving irons. So I've got the Srixon ZX and I've got the Titleist U505 new for this year, and we're going to put these two to the test to see which one performs under pressure. Now, if you like our videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button and please tell all your golfing friends. So we thought we'd throw a little curveball in our reviews today, and we thought we would take a little look at two driving irons with a similar sort of technology. Now, both of these clubs, the Srixon and the Titleist, have got a forged face. So one of the reasons for that is that they're going to give that softer feel. They're going to give the feedback similar to their irons. Titleist struggled with their previous U505 model because it was typically making a real clicky noise, and good players were really not liking that sound coming off the back of some of their other irons. So they've really worked hard to make sure that the feel and the sound of the U505 this year blends better and is something more consistent than you'd see in a normal Titleist set. Now, ZX, I think he's a good looking iron. I'm not a big fan of this big wide sole of Titleist. I just don't like the way it looks. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to move the weight around to help you get that ball up with the longer iron and really drive the ball forward. They're talking about it being fast as well. They want it getting out there, but I think from a look perspective, you'll see as you look down on both of these, this one's slightly thinner, slightly more classic looking. The mainframe technology in the Srixon head is going to help stabilize the head. It's designed to help not only get that off-center strike, which you might find a bit more often in a 3-iron, but also it's designed to help you get more speed off of the face. So both of these are sort of professing the same sort of technology: forward face, nice feel, fast ball speed. I think the only way to really understand if they're going to perform and which one performs the best is to have a hit on Trackman. So we've jumped into the Trackman bay here at our Cambridge site, and we've got the two culprits in hand. So U505 and ZX. We're going to put them to the test. I'm going to hit them both. Like I said, for me the ZX always looks a little bit cleaner. I know the Titleist fans out there are probably not going to like that. I think that's why this year they've also put the T200 in there, because it does look a little bit more of a traditional iron and probably a little bit better comparison to this. But we've put these two to the test. I've got two 3-irons here. We've got the dart recoil in the Srixon, and we've got the Tour AD IZ95 in the U505. So which one should we start with? Let's go with ZX first. So Srixon talk about this having that soft feel like the rest of their ZX iron range. Nice top edge. I mean, it's going to give you a bit more forgiveness. It gives you a bit more confidence looking down. Dart's not a bad shaft at all, is it? So let's have a little couple of hits with this. Well, we definitely tested straight out the gate there this forgiving element. That was miles out of the toe. Absolute miles out of the toe. Gone absolutely nowhere. Look at that ball speed. To be fair, for a toe slap, club head speed was only 100 miles an hour. To get 128 mile an hour ball speed out of that is pretty impressive, but I probably lost it in a pond or something out there. That was so bad. So let's try and hit a couple. Let's try and find the middle. I think you can tell, you might be able to pick this up on the microphone. The kind of, it's a forged face, but you've got that little clickiness to it as well. It's not too bad. I'm going to hit one more. Try and hit one and stay. Actually hit a decent swing. That was better. I mean, it definitely feels good off the face. Yeah, it's interesting actually. I thought it was going to feel a little bit softer than that. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, but I did think from the reviews and whatnot, I did think it was going to be a little bit softer and calmer. It's hot. I mean, what was that last one? 145, 230 carry. Okay, one more. Quite like that. I mean, it's hard for me because I'm not a big fan of hybrids. So any sort of long iron driving iron, I still carry a standard 3 iron. So this type of club isn't something that I have put in the bag before, but I've always struggled with it, normally because I end up hitting them left. Everything seems to go left. I know that's more me, but you lose confidence in a club when you hit every single driving iron or hybrid you've ever picked up miles left. But ZX is a good iron. It's a good feel. It's not as soft as I thought, but it definitely is a very, very good looking club to play behind the ball. Okay, let's grab 505 then. So this is like I say, T200 driving iron would probably be a better challenger, but in terms of the look. But U505 I think is going to be their go-to long iron this year, because this extra wide sole, lower centre of gravity, pop the ball up higher. We all know that, but what they did against, as I just said earlier, is they've changed the way that face feels. So it should feel a bit softer, and sort of the original one made such a clacky sound when it was hit. This one should feel a bit softer. So let's get this behind the ball. I mean, you can see the trail edge there, so it definitely looks less like an iron, shall we say. Wow. Okay, so that launch was pretty incredible. Oh, just decided the TV's gone to sleep, so I can't get the numbers on there, so let's just have a look at that. I swung that a bit slower. 142, good carry. That was really nice. That popped up really, really nice. So really annoying that, because I can't stand the look of the back of it. I can't stand it, I can't look at it. I can't look at it. I think what we're going to have to do in a second is I'm going to have to run over to that demo bag and grab the T200. It just, that first shot jumped so nice, and it went such a great flight in it, but to look down on it, I really, really don't like it. And I think if I was playing this type of club, this type of club for me is something that typically you're going to want to maybe use into the wind or as a tee club, and it just looks as if it's all of a sudden going to just lose control almost. It doesn't really fit what it's trying to do. But having said that, oh, complete thin. Chris, have you got an edit button on there? No, leave it in there, leave it in there, because that's it. They'll think all the good ones are fake otherwise. There we go. But I'm going to chuck in the mix the T200. So this looks a bit more like ZX, doesn't it? It looks a little bit cleaner, a little bit more like an iron. I put the hazardous in it. We've got the hazardous 6.0. Let's have a little play with this one. See, that looks so much nicer. Can't see the badge at the back. Looks so much nicer. Chris, just bring that down and have a little look. How much sharper does that look? And obviously it's very, very subjective. Let's be honest, like, this is my opinion, that both are going to perform, we know that. Oh yes. Sounds like the old Churchill dog then. Right, let's hit. I mean, that was so much nicer. It just looks great, doesn't it? Yes, that's the one. I think that, in terms of feel, in terms of look, actually I prefer that than the Srixon. It was a surprise, wasn't it? We chucked it in there. We didn't talk about it, but we chucked it in there. But I think it's really important that we had a little bit of a fairer comparison for the look of that type of iron. That T200, I think it's going to be a real winner. Obviously it blends into their T200 range as well, but I think the guy that's using 150 or 100 this year is going to really benefit from banging that into the bag as well. Well, there's a surprise. I think it's going to be down to the feels are good, the forged faces are good. It's going to be down to, I think, how that sits behind the ball for you as to which one of these would probably go best. It's time to give these a review. So it's time to give these fantastic 2 irons an AFGolfStore. So we always start with look. I told you what I thought of this one. I'm unfortunately going to give this a 5. I don't like the look of it. I'd be a T200 man all the way. ZX, I'm going to give it a 7. So decent score. Still a bit clumpy for the top line for me, but it's pretty good. Feel, both were very similar. Again, I prefer the feeling of the 200, but I'm going to give them both. I'm going to give them both a 7. Affordability. Srixon's a little bit cheaper, a little bit more expensive, so that's going to win. I think I'm probably going to keep it in the 7 mark, and I'm going to keep that in the 5, so a little bit more expensive. Custom options. Hey look, we build both of these so you can put whatever shaft you like in it. Titleist have got a few more options in their driving iron than Srixon, so that's going to win a little bit. 6 over here, 5 over here. And down to performance. Well, annoyingly, this one performed better. So the Titleist here, probably an 8 for performance. Like it was really, the flight on it was brilliant. And I would say the Srixon ZX, probably a 6. So guys, there you go, a little bit of a different review today. We've chucked 2 irons in, we chucked a little surprise in there for you as well. We hope you enjoyed that video. We have got our wonderful new members button as well, so our memberships are now available, and that really, one of the keys for us is that you guys can, if the guys that join our memberships can really help us and shape the way this channel goes. So give us advice on the type of videos you want to see, the type of testing you want done. So hit that join button, hit that subscribe button, tell your golfing friends. Thanks for watching.